Right, yeah, so I think I need to switch on the light. Mm. Let us wait for someone, at least one person to join, and then we can start. How does it look like this? So yes, Om Namah Shivaya, Namaste, greetings, Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Today we are going to speak about thought forms and affirmations, the use of thought forms and affirmations in Magick. This is the most overlooked thing or the most overlooked subject. This is actually a part two. Early in my occult journey and my spiritual journey, I did a video talking about affirmations, thought forms, and civitas. So let us address it and get on with it. With that being said, the first question that comes to mind when talking about such topics is, what are thought forms? As you know, thought has a life of its own. Thought is a form of creative power that brings things into existence or brings things into your life. Your mind acts as a creator, creating things in your life or attracting things into your life or changing your vibration to match the vibrational frequency of whatever that you want to manifest in your life. So pay attention and stay with me. Thought forms are actually thought that has a form, basically a thought that has a life of its own, to actually act as a form of spirit of its own, to do whatever that you are instructing it to do. Namaste, thank you for joining. Hi, TDMPUBG01. So yes, thought forms are actually thoughts that have a form of its own. They are almost similar to spirits in power. You understand? They are almost similar to spirits in power and potency. So now that we've addressed the thought form, let us talk about the uses of the thought form. So the uses of the thought form, greetings for those who've just joined us. Thank you for joining us. We are discussing thought forms. Yes. So what are the uses of thought forms? The uses of thought forms are vast. You can actually use thought forms to attract and manifest things into your life. You can use thought forms to protect yourself from certain things in life, whether spiritual or physical. A thought form can act as a spirit or as a guide that teaches you some knowledge, that attracts knowledge into your life, that does almost anything that you tell it. You can stop thieves and burglars from coming into your yard or your house with thought forms. Thought forms can also be used to influence people and the environment accordingly. So yes, those are the many uses of thought forms. My experience with thought forms I've used thought forms on various people, of course, and I've found them to be very, very potent. It's like a drive that pushes people or influences people to act and behave in a certain way. It's so strong that you'd think it's by influence of spirits, basically. That's the power of thought forms. So now let's move into affirmations. What are affirmations? The word affirm means to affirm or to bring into life something, basically. So if I affirm something, it means I bring it into life, basically. So affirmations, what do they what do they do? They are used for many purposes, but the most important use of affirmations is to program energy, to program whatever that you want to create. An example, suppose maybe you want to do a spell of attracting money. Let's say I give you a candle. Do you think burning a candle, simply burning a candle and leaving it to burn, will attract that which you want to manifest? No. The candle is the energy, and by burning the candle, you are actually raising the energy. So now, what do you need to do? You need to program that energy that you are raising or raising. So you are using affirmations to program energy because you have to instruct the energy to do whatever that you want to do. Affirmations are used in many arts of magic. Affirmations are used in creating thought forms. Affirmations are used in ritual and spell work. Affirmations are used when projecting energy or when projecting thoughts to other human beings. Affirmations are used to boost one's self-esteem, to attract wealth, to boost the overall image of one. Affirmations are also used to achieve goals. Affirmations are very, very powerful. You can have all the magical tools and all the magical spells, but if you can't program the energy that you raise during these magical rites, it's useless. You understand? So it's useless. Let me show you an example. I remember one time, the place I am at, or rather this continent where I am at, African people are known to send so many evil things amongst one another magically. So one of these evil things are actually these rats that they use to spy and get information about your life. These animals are not normal pests that you would find in your yard. The way they act, their demeanor and their mannerisms are very, very different. You may pour poison, you may pour anything or put mouse traps, they won't budge. So now what do you need to do? You need to attack these spiritually. So I remember one time when I was cleaning my yard or exercising my yard, I was just taking a few of the mixtures or the spiritual mixtures, the herbs and the certain herb compounds, and I would exercise around my yard just like that without saying anything. And I would be surprised that some of these evil stuff were able to cross over into my yard and actually wreak havoc. That's when I learned how to use affirmations. So as you sprinkle around, you have to be precise and you have to be specific in what you are trying to repel. I am telling you, if you can master the art of affirmations, you can get rid of the most powerful spells by using a simple ingredient as salt and water. There's a point that you will get to as you advance. You'll be able to use only water to do all or almost all your spiritual practices, basically. After that level of using only water, there's also a level above it which permits you to use your mental energy. So that concludes the video on thought forms and affirmations. I've used both to great success. I've used both to influence the environment and other human beings. And I'm here to tell you that it works. It works, it works, it works. There's also another technique that you can do. After chanting mantras, Om Namah Shivaya, you simply feel a certain energy around you after chanting mantras as is felt. Immediately after that, you then recite your affirmations to program that energy to work in the way that you want. Peace, brother Dark Prince. Peace, peace. Thank you for joining us. You may catch this live after I conclude because we've now reached the conclusion of the video. Thank you for joining us. The most number of viewers that joined us today, it was more than 40. Thank you to everyone who've joined. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please make sure that you do subscribe. Make sure that you like, keep the likes up. Also, if you want to support the channel and you like what we are teaching, you may support us through various means, including a donation. I will leave the link in the subscription. I will leave the link in the description. Sorry, the link in the description. I will also leave my email, which is arsonist.fya@gmail.com. Should you want to inquire about courses on mantra japa, on magic, and many other spiritual topics, I also offer readings on numerology. We can predict your year on how it is going to turn out this year. We can also talk about your destiny and your personality using numbers. Please do email me at arsonist.fya@gmail.com, and also don't be afraid to comment. If you have questions, comment and I'll answer them. Thank you. Namaste. Om Namah Shivaya.